Welcome back to the Coaches Show here on Hornet Radio. I'm Dan Prady, joined this week alongside my co-host, Mr. Thomas Cribbs.
Yes, sir. This week, we have number 1 seed, Fullerton, taking on the number 8 seed, West LA, and the 3 seed, 2A, SoCal. Men's basketball, Southern California Regional.
Boy, say that 3 times fast. The Hornets, representing the OEC, come in with a record of 28-1, taking on the West LA Wildcats, who come in at 21-8 under head coach Anthony Jones.
They did play earlier this year with West LA taking down Fullerton 92-86.
That game did happen, and I do tip my hat, obviously, to West LA. However, that game was filled with a lot of anomalies, and that we are going to go into in-depth coverage in just a few moments here. But first, let's go over the other matchups in the 3C2A tournament.
Before we get too far ahead, the way the tournament will work is that the 4 remaining teams will advance to the state championship. The first round of the tournament, a Southern team will always play a Northern team.
Correct. So the Southern number 1 seed will play the 4 seed of the North, and vice versa. The Northern number 1 seed will play the 4 seed of the South. Furthermore, the Southern 3 seed will play the Northern 2, and so on.
Yeah, and seeding for the state championship will be based off of the seeding in your regional brackets.
Yeah, let's get after it. First matchup is going to be the number 5 San Diego City Knights, representing the Pacific Coast Atlantic Conference, led by head coach Mitch Charlins, and their leading scorer, the PCAC Player of the Year, Dylan Griffin, versus the 4 seed Ventura Pirates, representing the Western State Northern Conference, and their head coach Derek Pugh, hosting their first regional final since 2008.
That's a long time. But the second matchup is the Mount Sac Mounties, the number 7 seed, representing the Southern Coast Northern Conference, with head coach Michael Finson, as they take on, arguably, Dan, the hottest team in the tournament, number 2 seed Citrus Owls. They are representing the Western State South Conference, coming in on a hot, and I say that again, a hot 23-game win streak with their head coach, Brett Lauer.
Well, Lauer's got them playing quite well. Coming up, finally, we've got the number 6 seed Santiago Canyon Hawks, the number 2 team in the OEC under head coach Todd Dixon, earning their 9th consecutive postseason appearance, taking on the 3 seed Cerritos Falcons, who are representing the South Coast Southern Conference under head coach Russ May. They're coming off an unbelievable win. They beat the Irvine Valley 84-76 in the second round of the 3C2A tournament.
Now, we do wish all of these teams the very best, and we look forward to seeing how each of these games is going to play out this coming Saturday.
Yeah, Tommy, so let's transition out of that. Once again, best of luck to all the players, the coaches, and all the fans that get the opportunity to enjoy those contests this weekend. We're going to move forward, however, and talk about what I believe is the matchup of the week. It's going to be the Fullerton Hornets welcoming the West LA Wildcats to the Hornets Nest.
Yeah, as I said earlier, this is a massive game. Earlier this season, West LA, they did defeat the Hornets. You know, their only loss, November 19th, like I said, with the final score being 92-86.
And that game was incredible. And I mentioned it earlier, I tip my cap to Coach Anthony Jones and the team over there at West LA. However, we do need to unpack it just a tad bit here. When we talk about the OEC MVP Player of the Year, Yoda Aki, he actually only scored 2 points in the 22 minutes that he played. And to add even further context to that, he normally averages roughly 16 points a game.
I mean, the real question here is, was it just an off night for Yoda? Or was the LA West defensive scheme, did they prepare for Fullerton? That caused them to lose. I mean, and on top of that, we have Aki struggles. Like the West LA bench, they outscored Fullerton by a margin of 36-14.
Yeah, that's something to keep your eyes on, honestly. But finally, let's talk about it. Rebounds. In the first matchup, West LA out-rebounded Fullerton 40-24. That is a wide margin. And that is not at all what lined up with the rest of Fullerton's season when it comes to their opponent's average of rebounds per game.
Yeah, Fullerton's season average of opponents, rebounds per game was just a touch over 30. And you can tell that their bench is absolutely going to be motivated in this rematch. They are not going to want to lose this Saturday.
Yeah, I believe that. And I also believe that Yoda Aki took time, probably saw the tape, and is going to make the necessary adjustments to see a much more atypical game from him moving forward, especially when it comes to this Saturday, right? There is so much on the line.
Yeah, I think we can agree to that this Saturday, it's going to be a whole different game with Fullerton versus West LA. Fullerton, we hope they can pull it off.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think, once again, they're motivated. They want to reach the state championship. It can't be understated that the winner of this game will move on to the state. So it's kind of twofold. Not only do we get the opportunity to knock West LA out of the opportunity to go compete for a state championship, we also avenge our only loss on the season. There is a lot that's going to be going into this game on Saturday. And with all of that being said, we're going to send it over to our on-air co-host, Mr. Caleb Ramos, with his official prediction for this Saturday's contest.
Thank you, Dan and Tommy. I'm going to lead off my prediction with saying that I believe Fullerton is going to win by 7, if not double digits. Fullerton is hosting this game here in the Hornets Nest, and they have an undefeated record when playing at home this season. Something else that I want to mention is the fact that they already avenged this loss back in December. During the 39th annual Fullerton College Classic, Fullerton replayed West LA and ended up beating them by 14 with a score of 72-58. You guys mentioned Aki and his off-scoring night in the first matchup. He ended up leading all scorers in the rematch with a 20-point double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds. And Fullerton was able to get back to out-rebounding West LA, a key point you guys mentioned, with a final rebound score of 35-33 in the Hornets' favor. Another big step up for the Hornets in that December game was the defense. In West LA's win, they had 3 players, Malachi Knight, Chase Coleman, and Jay Stewart, all have 18 points or more. In Fullerton's win, no West LA player scored more than 12, with only 3 of them being in the double digits. If they keep up that defense that Fullerton has had all season, keeping West LA under Fullerton's season average of 61.6 per game allowed, Fullerton should walk out of Saturday night with a win. However, one big difference in the 2 games that these teams have played against each other was the foul differential. In the win for West LA, the fouls were evenly split at 21-21. However, in Fullerton's win, West LA got into a little bit more foul trouble, having 23 team fouls to only 10 for the Fullerton Hornets side. If West LA can stay out of foul trouble, they could potentially make this game a lot closer than some people, including myself, might think. We will find out this Saturday, March 7th, if what I said has come true, as the game is being streamed right here on Hornet Radio. And be sure to come back next week as well, where we break down what happened in that game right here on the Coach's Show. Back to you, Dan and Tommy.
Thank you so much, Caleb. And as a reminder, our Fullerton Hornets will be taking on the West LA Wildcats this Saturday at 5 p.m. right here in the Hornets Nest, right here on Fullerton College campus.
Yeah, and any streaming or live stats that you want to keep up with as the tournament continues to move on, go ahead to the 3C2A website and they'll have everything there for you.
Yep, the numbers we will be keeping our eyes on is rebounds, rebounds, rebounds.
That is correct. And after Saturday, we'll have all the answers to the questions of if Fullerton was able to make the adjustments, and more specifically, if we're going to be able to avenge that one loss and send the West LA Wildcats packing, and most importantly, was Caleb's prediction correct?
Absolutely. I am Thomas Cribbs, and this is Dan Prady, and this has been it for the Coach's Show on Hornet Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we are live on the campus of Fullerton College at the Hornets Nest for the 3C2A Men's Basketball SoCal Regionals. And Mark, we'll get to it in just a moment, but there have been some great trilogies that we have seen. You know, the original Star Wars. We've seen Ali Frazier, the Broken Earth trilogy. And we have another here tonight as your Fullerton College Hornets host the West LA Wildcats in a magnificent tilt here on Hornet Radio. Fullerton comes in at 28-1, 14-0, a perfect 14-0 in the OEC, while the Wildcats step in at 21-8 and 10-4, second place in the Western State Conference South Division. And we will take one moment, and we'll be right back after the national anthem. And as we left off right before the 3C2A men's basketball championships, the SoCal Regionals on Hornet Radio, the Wildcats come in after winning the first matchup 92-86. The second time they met this season, Fullerton took it 72-58. And my name is Corey Nayland, and now I'll bring in my backcourt mate, Mr. Alley-Oop himself, Mark Skywalker Pavlovich. What's going to happen, my man?
Well, I tell you what, before I do that, there's two adventures going on tonight. There's the men here at Fullerton College, and then there's a Cinderella story down south. And probably the Cinderella story is bigger than the men's game. We want to wish Dan Desmond and his very talented basketball team on the women's side, Corey, as they take on IBC. As far as this game tonight, I'm going to throw out the first two encounters. Like any good trilogy, you look at the first two movies and you say, oh, that was really good and that wasn't too bad. Let's hope number 3 is better than the first two. I think tonight's game is going to be the best of the 3. Couple reasons that I believe that. First of all, I think since West LA has already played Fullerton a couple times, they know how to beat them, and yeah, they know how to lose to them. They know how to play that. They've got to match them in the rebound game. That's extremely important. Their 3 stars have to come up big tonight. And when you look at the second game where they lost, home cooking here, baby, home cooking. Because Fullerton went to the line 21 times. They only went to the line about 10, and they only shot 40%. You know my feeling on that. You can't make free throws. Don't even be in the tournament. So we'll see what happens tonight. We know Perry Webster is going to have his team going up and down the court, and we know Coach Jones is going to counter the same way. Corey, I like 3 All-Stars against 3 All-Stars in this game because West LA's got 3 of them, and Fullerton has 3 of them.
West LA head coach is Anthony Jones. He is in his 11th season, 196 wins, 90 losses. He will give out the starting lineups as Chase Coleman, Titus Morris, Michael Baba, Malachi Knight, and Michael Williams, the 5 on the floor. You see number 0, number 2, number 11 in the black with the white trim. 24 is Knight, and Michael Williams wearing number 32. Knight and Coleman were all conference in the Western State. For Fullerton, they will start with Jaden Patterson in the backcourt, along with Donovan Pitts, the Defensive Player of the Year, and Bishop Brooks wearing number 22 in white. Braden Smith will jump sitter, number 30, against Michael Baba, and the Player of the Year in the OEC, Yoda Aki, rounds out the starting lineup for the Hornets, tip controlled by the Hornets and Donovan Pitts, and we are underway from the Hornets Nest in this magnificent tilt on Hornet Radio. There is Pitts on the left side and turns it over quickly. Sloppy first possession for the Hornets as West LA has the ball. They get here by beating Southwestern College in their second round, 95-92. Williams to Morris. Morris has come along this season. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. And there's Coleman. Leaves it for Baba for 2. He's got 2 points. He's come along this season at the 5 spot. 2-0 early on. 60 seconds gone by. The Hornets advance to the regional finals with the win against Palomar last week. There's Donovan Pitts, the lefty, for 3. Count the bucket. And that's the way you start from the Defensive Player of the Year for the Hornets.
Well, you know, both these teams shoot over 40% on the floor easily. Corey, you brought assist to turnover ratio. I'm going to say that's a big number for me tonight.
And Mark, you mentioned that assist to turnover ratio. It's interesting especially for the West LA team as Aki drives, powers his way in the lane, and he gets another bucket. It is 5-2 in favor of the Hornets. And Mark, you mentioned that. As well as Fullerton plays defense, always top 3 in the state, and again, they're tied for second as in the lane, Morris misses the floater. And last touch off of Chase Coleman. So Hornets ball with 18-12 to play. Pitts on the inbound. And not one person on the Hornets squad, Mark, averages a steal a game.
Yeah, I noticed that. The thing on the assist-to-turnover ratio, though, Corey, both these teams are in the plus.
Turnaround is missed by Smith. Good look, got it where he wanted, down low underneath in the painted area. Malachi Knight spin moves, a very athletic and crafty player. Bobble misses the bucket. Aki fighting the rebound. Knight in there as well. And Yoda comes away with the loose ball.
Letting them play physical. That's what you love in basketball.
And you also like Donovan Pitts keeping with the trilogy theme. He's got 2 threes, and it is 8-2 in favor of the Hornets. Coleman thought about the 3. Hornets exclusively in the man-to-man defense. Good hands by the defensive player of the year. You see why he won it. On the ground, tied it up. And the alternating arrow is going to belong to the Wildcats.
And Corey, one thing Coach Jones cannot allow this game to do is get away from them early. We watched the Hornets. When we watched them in their last win, you kept saying to me, game over, game over, game over, because they had a 15-0 run that buried their opposition, and that's what won the game.
And on the inbound baseline, Knight underneath. Bishop Brooks, good interior defense. And there's a push-off offensive foul on Michael Williams. Braden Smith held his position and took the tumble. 17-03. Jaden Patterson, understated point guard for the Hornets. Fullerton has a big crowd here at the Hornets Nest. Smith top of the key. Here's Pitts one more time. Got a chance to sit with his aunt last week in that ball game in the stands. Hockey drives in the lane one more time. He's in there too easy. Triple team missed. Last touch by Yoda.
And Corey, you talked about where you were talking about like Donovan Pitts and other players on this team that have a role. There are so many players that embrace the role that Perry Webster gives them and gives up the shine that they necessarily had in high school.
And there's a kick.
And besides Perry teaching defense, the entire coaching staff for Fullerton College teaches teamwork. And if you want to be a star and that's what you're all about, just don't come here.
And there's another bucket. That's Braden Smith. And Fullerton off to an excellent start in the matchup. It is 10-2 early, 8-point lead. And there's Knight all the way in the lane. No good, but he misses the free throw, or misses the bucket. But he'll head to the line where he'll shoot two. Malachi Knight averaging 17.5 points per game. And we'll head to the FC team store as well as he goes to the line. Show your Hornet pride. Visit the FC team store for official jerseys, gear, and fan merchandise. Whether you're cheering from the stands or representing on campus, we've got everything you need to support your Hornets. Stop by today and gear up. Knight out of Hawthorne, Lusinger High School.
They shoot 68% from the line, Corey. That's the thing that's going to be important. I think they need to actually shoot around 70 or 71 when they get the opportunities. And Perry's already walking. Can't give up points when they're freebies.
That's that lead to 7, and the Hornets looking skilled, looking efficient. MJ Smith checked into the ballgame. He has it now wearing number 10 in white. Quick three by Pitts, and you can't stop the man. He said it's a trilogy night. He's got 3, and he's got 9, and it's a 10-point lead for the team in white. The crowd shouting defense as you hear. Knight working one-on-one against Bishop Brooks. Titus gets the step. and gets the bucket for Mr. Morris. He's out of LA Premier Prep. 8-point lead. Hornets going that right to left way. Perry Webster, and there's M.J. Smith, back rim, no good. Bishop Brooks, good rebound. Blocked from behind by Knight, gets his second chance, puts it up, fouled, and he's going to the line as well. So outstanding play for both squads. Donovan Pitts, the only player who hits a three, but everything else is on the interior.
Yeah, and really when you look at the last game, Fullerton out-rebounded West LA by a large number, and when they did, that was the difference in the game. Also, if you're West LA, you've got to find out. And Corey, Fullerton College, when it comes to shooting free throws, well, not the number I'd like to see, but they are one of those top things. You know, when you talk about Coach Jones, he has been so versatile in his coaching life. This is a man that coached at Cal State San Bernardino, took his team to the playoffs when he was doing that, actually worked for trainers in the NBA over the years. So he was the associate head coach at Riverside City College, multifaceted. There's a coach that can do a little bit of everything out of West LA.
14-5. Aki gets the step with the left, and he converts and connects. 16-5, 15:07 first half just started. Again, this is a 3C 2A men's basketball SoCal Regional. There's 3 other contests that we'll talk about tonight down south and 4 up north that we'll get to as well. Titus Moore is short on the pull-up. Jakari Miles checking in for the first time. Let's reset. Pitts, Aki, M.J. Smith in the corner, back and give and go. Trey Thompson said, I got you, brother. Yoda's got 6, and everybody's happy here at the Hornets Nest. It is 18-5, Fullerton College basketball on Hornet Radio. And don't forget, we got all kinds of things before we get to Perry Webster, the journalism program here at Fullerton College. Ready to tell the stories that matter? Fullerton College's journalism program offers hands-on training in print, digital, and broadcast media. Learn from working professionals using industry-standard equipment. Get certified in journalism, PR, and advertising, and graduate job ready. Your media career starts here at FC.
You know, you brought up Perry Webster. You look at him, Corey, 5 state championship appearances when you look at what he done. He went in 2019 and 2023. He's got the most wins, 260 through it, and 46 for an 851 winning percentage. That's impressive, but remember, it goes Perry Webster, Coach Amalev, Roger C., and then you go all the way down to Art Nunn. They have had a lineage of great coaching through the years here at Fullerton College.
And a 13-point lead for Fullerton early. And this is the way they needed to start. Definitely not the way that West LA needed to start this ball game. We'll set that lineup coming out of the timeout with Pitts, Miles, Aki, M.J. Smith, and Trey Thompson. The team in white with the blue trim, the team in black with the white trim is going to be Chase Coleman, number 0. In for the first time, number 5 is Jay Stewart. Didn't start one game this season, but yet he made all conference. Coleman out. In is Keani Bowens, who is honorable mention for the West LA Wildcats. And inbounding the ball will be Mario Perry, inbounding to Titus Morris. So those are the 5 on the floor, along with Michael Williams, number 32, in black and white. So weave up top to set the offense. Stewart's played well in the pivot, leads the team in rebounds with 7.7 per ball game. Perry against Miles, dumps it off to Stewart, rolls around and drops on home. 6'7" out of Houston, Langham Creek High School in Texas, 18-7. There's Thompson with a burst of speed on the right side and throws up air. Here coming this time is Bowens. Bowens directing traffic up top. Mark, you look against Stewart, against Miles. He's got the advantage. He's bumped, and he'll head to the line for 2 free throws. And so, Mark, you look at Anthony Jones, as you mentioned Perry's some of the accolades, and we'll get into more, but Anthony Jones, 2022 Final Four with this team, 2-time West Coast Conference South Coach of the Year, and a 3-time conference champion, as the first free throw is up and in for Jay Stewart.
Well, and realize when you look at this West LA team, Corey, basically consists of 12 freshmen and 6 sophomores. So he's got a young team that he's got on the court, and everybody expects, you to do something, but sometimes you've got to have that experience to carry you to the next level.
MJ on the floor with second team OEC. Miles gets double team, no look pass in the corner. Aki for 3, fouled, not and 1. But he'll go to the line for 3. So Aki leads the team in scoring at 15.5 and rebounds 7.8. We'll give him 8. 77% from the line, 55% from the field, and 37% from 3. Yeah, the kid from Sonora, good choice for all MVP of the OEC.
Yeah, and everybody will say, oh, Mark, it's nice to say that West LA's got a young team, but what about Perry Webster? He's got a bunch of old men. Well, he's got 5 freshmen on the team, 6 sophomores, and you look at what he's done out there. Field goal percentage of 49%. 3 points, he's at 35.7. When you look at him in turnover ratio, plus 2.8. So 2 more assists, then turnovers. If you can stay on the plus margin, it's difficult for another team to beat you.
All 3 free throws as you hear the coinage home. 21-9, Hornets early 12-point lead. The last time they played was here at Fullerton. We mentioned 72-58 was the score. Down low, Chase Stewart. He's had a big impact since he's been in the ball game. He's got 6 quick points. And that game here was 72-58, as we mentioned. The Hornets got the victory at the 39th Fullerton College Classic. And Thompson had a big game there. Down low, MJ Smith got to make the bucket. But he is fouled, and he's going to the line for 2 free throws, MJ is, out of La Mirada. The Matadors shooting 2.
And people will say, okay, Mr. Pavlovich, you already brought up that there was a foul differential in the game that West LA lost last time. But if you watch what Fullerton's doing, Corey, they're clearing everybody out up high, then they're rolling somebody down low into the paint. It's an easy little layup, like you would say. And if you can't make the layup, you better make your free throws.
And Smith does not on the first. 6'5", 180 pounds. Leads the team in field goal percentage at 68% and 3-point percentage at 41. Misses both free throws. Stewart with a strong grab. Bowens, that is Keani Bowens. Honorable mention, Hamilton, New Jersey product between the legs on that far side. Perry Webster watching his defense as Titus Morris is trying to work on Trey Thompson. He does in the lane, on the feet, no good. Rebound fought for, controlled. Jakari comes out of the pack, thought about a 3, a cutting Aki for a deuce and a 1. Yoda 2, 4, 6, 9. Give him 11. 1 more if he makes his free throw will be 12 early points in the first half. Malachi Knight checks back in along with Chase Coleman. Out goes Williams and Morris to join Bowens, Stewart, and Coleman. Perry.
And of course, you're hanging around 12 down right now, but here's the thing again. You've got a team that's outrunning you up and down the court. You've got to make a decision now how you play them. You're playing person on person right now. That's not working. Corey, when do you decide to go to a zone defense against this Fullerton College team?
And Fullerton on defense. Thompson up top guarding the ball. Pitts, the defensive player of the year, Miles, Smith, and Smith. Braden Smith, number 30, MJ Smith, number 10 on the perimeter. He has the matchup against Malachi Knight. Knight has the ball now. Perry, Coleman, shoots 40% from Trey. They're not giving him leeway. Perry with the deep three. Missed it badly as the shot clock was winding down. MJ Smith the other way in the corner. 4 for 4? No, 3 for 4 stays Donovan Pitts. Last touch by a Hornet. Hornets come into this ball game, as we mentioned, 28-1, averaging 78 points a ball game. Malachi Knight quickly up the floor, almost throws it away. They put up 84 points a game. Bowens hounded by Thompson. Good cut by Coleman. Better defense by the Hornets. You like the way they move their feet. You like the way they close out. And there's a travel by Jay Stewart. Speaking of closeouts, Mark.
Yeah, the thing that Corey brings up is they've got motion. They move, but watch them. They get their hands extended. They anticipate the passing lanes defensively, and they chop things off. Right now, West LA's got to find an answer on the defensive end.
Smith not a threat from out there. Pitts is, though. The lefty, give, go, Smith, bucket, yep.
Okay, Mr. Nayland, I already asked you, because they're losing, they're coming up high to play defense. Somebody's rolling off and then cutting. This is now 4 times in a row they cut down the lane. So what do? You're getting beat person to person. Can you go to a zone to make them try and change their offense?
You can try, but those 3 quick threes as Smith converts the three-point opportunity, those quick threes by Donovan Pitts really opened up the lane to allow those cutters. So now you're going to get beat both ways if Fullerton stays hot. Score is 27-11, 16-point lead early on. Well, halfway through, I should say, the first half of play. Coleman double teamed in the corner. Floater, back rim, rebound, 2 Hornets there. Smith with the rock. Now Jakari Miles, the player to watch, and when he gets to the free throw line, we'll put up his stat. There's a bump up top. Miles says, "You reach, I teach," as he's fouled by Jay Stewart, and that's the 17th foul. So, Becky Wynn, here's the player to watch. It's Jakari Miles. Jakari, the sophomore, averaging 12.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, shooting 36.3% from the land of plenty.
Right now, the Hornets are 6-9 from the charity stripe, 3 of 4 from three-point country, and 8 of 12. Corey, they're shooting 67% on the floor. West LA, 36%, 4 of 11. Can't make a three-pointer, and only 3 of 4 from the charity stripe.
First free throw was good by the all-conference performer. Second free throw is not. Battled underneath. Last touch by Braden Smith.
Neither team's turning over the ball much. West LA 3 times, Fullerton 1, so it's not a highly contested game on turnovers.
Here's Mario Perry. 23 in black, calling for directions, working on MJ Smith, down low to Michael Baba. Baba, spin, left block, good jumper. He's got 4 of the 6'7" freshmen from the Republic of Congo. Prepped at Sierra Canyon, and it's a 15-point lead for Fullerton. Don't forget, this is Fullerton College on Fullerton College basketball on Hornet Radio, and Trey Thompson says yes, it is. He's got his first bucket and a foul. And Mark, now they didn't cut through the lane, but now they're using the baseline to show that weak side.
And Corey, that's now 8 points in the paint.
And the Hornet stay informed, like Trey Thompson did with the Hornet, your campus newspaper, as he makes the free throw. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, our student journalists bring you the stories that matter in the FC and to the FC community. Read it online today. The Hornet, where student voices make headlines. And there's a turnover. Making headlines is Trey Thompson behind the back. And there's an offensive goaltending. Wipe it off, wipe it off.
It was inside the circle, Corey, so as long as it's inside or on the rim and you interfere with it, that's offensive interference. Great call by very talented officials.
Those officials are Seven Azizian, Ross Charles, and Steve Summers, the three on the floor. Good flow to the first half of this game. Blocked by MJ, who leads the team in blocks. Trey Smith, double dribble, gets away with the double dribble. In the corner, Miles, blow by, Smith, stripped. Stripped by Jamel Rich for the first time in the game, the 6-foot freshman from Gary, Indiana.
I'm sorry, Corey, go ahead. I was going to say, if you're a fan of basketball, watch the way Fullerton is playing. They are going towards the basket with the ball as up on this drive.
A little sweet baseline jumper by Jakari doesn't fall. 31-13, 18-point lead. The Hornets started the way they needed. Baba, been an offensive delight thus far in the first half. Little skip to my Lou. And solid D by Braden Smith. Perry Webster, one of the two best coaches in the state of California, California Community College basketball.
You got the other one in Northern California?
Short is Miles, yep. And here's Bowen, spins in the lane, blocked by Thompson, swatted by Smith. West LA ball with 7:55 to play in the first half. Don't forget, 7 o'clock in Irvine Valley. That game will be streamed. The women have a chance to go to state as well. So go ahead and drive to Irvine, stream the game. You know I will be watching. You will be watching. We all will be watching. Inbounds to Baba. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard as well in just a few moments as Braden Smith gets his other block against Jamil Moore. Moore just too small in there. Yoda Aki checks back in, and he drives with the right. No rebound. Bishop Brooks has it poked out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. So the other games in SoCal, they are Ventura, the number 4 seed, against San Diego City, the number 5 seed. The 2 seed Citrus is hosting the 7 seed Mount Sac. And I think Santiago Canyon is a 6 seed.
Yeah,
and
they're
at Cerritos, the 3 seed. And no good from the 3. Jamil Rich missed it. And Jameer Moore was the one, that was blocked by Braden Smith a couple moments ago. Still an 18-point lead for the Hornets. Jaden Patterson, Donovan Pitts, Yoda Aki. Drives, but too good, too smooth. A lot of Lance Coleman to it. Might be more athletic than Lance, who we played here in 2019. It's a 20-point, big-time first half lead.
I thought they were throwing the ball to me because I was ready to shoot.
Perry, Baba, Cohen's a deep 3 again, misses widely, but Baba misses the putback. And they can't buy a bucket. 6:30 remains. Corner. Bishop. Last touch by Moore. No, that's Rich.
But Corey, the difference between buying a shot and not buying a shot by West LA, Fullerton is going towards the basket. They have momentum towards the hoop. When you watch West LA shoot, they are falling a little backwards. So when they take a jump shot, they're being forced backwards on their shot. Prime example. That's an easy day at the beach going down the 55 freeway.
35-13, the Hornets are all over. Baba! Mama! Michael! Goodness gracious. Now that's how you go to the hoop, Mr. Pavlovich. Michael says, I am the offense in the first half. That's his 6th point for the 6'7" freshman.
and he gets the foul besides. That's a play that Corey Nalen will always talk about. If you're going to the basket, make the basket and then pick up the charity shot.
Pooch off the back converts to three-point play, and the bright spot brings him to 16 points. Jaden Patterson slips, brings it back to Brooks. Brooks has been a pleasant surprise as well. He was honorable mention in the OEC. And you've got a Fullerton College squad who, let's put it this way, Jakari Miles, there's 7 seconds on the shot clock, there's 5. 3 and travel by Bishop. And we were going to say, Mark, Fullerton College's squad, Jakari Miles is coming off the bench because that's a role he said he's going to help our team. He was all-conference, first team last season, all-conference, first team this season. And again, that's the attitude and buy-in to Perry Webster. And that's why the Hornets, and there's a 3 that missed badly, and Bowens.
You know, as much as I was going to talk about Chase Coleman and how they were doing, then I get a bad acting job on a couple weeks away from the Oscars. That's, you know, a little disappointing there.
Pitts give and go to Smith. Corner Patterson, long. Brooks, second chance opportunity. Patterson thought about it this time, leaves it for Braden, and Braden says, I don't want it. Potato too hot.
Corey, this is really a fast first half when you look at what these teams are doing right now.
Yes, it is, and slow it down a little with another score. Mount Sac is up 6 over Citrus, 24-18. And that's in the first half. Up north, we have Modesto at San Jose, Yuba at West Valley, Sierra at Santa Rosa, and Columbia at San Francisco. Those games later tonight. Michael Williams has it go off its left hand and out of bounds, another turnover.
Well, I talked about neither one of these teams turning over the basketball, and now back-to-back times they both turn it off again. When you look at it, Fullerton, 11 of 20 on the floor so far in this game. 55%, Corey, they'll take that all night long.
Patterson, Aki, has he range? He does not on that shot. Karam goes to Jamil Rich. Rich pushing tempo. Transition defense has been perfect by Fullerton. Pull up, Morris. No good from the free throw line. Rebound chase down. There's more again. Excuse me, that's Rich. And there's a 3 put down by Titus Morris and a timeout taken by West Fullerton with 4:07 to play. First half, Hornets 35, West LA 19. This is Fullerton College basketball on Hornet Radio. Hornet Radio, Tune in to Hornet Radio, your campus soundtrack. We're streaming live with the best mix of music, talk, and local programming. Whether you're studying, commuting, or just hanging out, Hornet Radio keeps you connected to campus life. Listen online now.
Yeah, remember, the best music, the best variety. It still is here on Hornet Radio. So you look at what's going on, 5 turnovers so far for West LA, 3 for Fullerton. Points on turnovers, 8 for Fullerton. Total rebounds, I'm surprised. It's all 13-12. Corey, it feels like that Fullerton is just sucking the ball off the rim and getting the rebounds, but it's 13-12 right now.
4:02 to play first half. Fullerton in complete control as of now. Smith up top with Aki. Last 3 missed. This one missed, but he's fouled for the second time. Left wing the first time. This time the right wing at the 3-point line. He's going back.
And again, the aggression, you've got to make sure you're playing defense, not just trying to be aggressive. A little surprise too, only 5 assists for West LA, 9 for Fullerton. They are moving the ball. And Corey, when I talked about assist to turnover ratio, they're +6 right now in this game.
And he misses the first of 3. in that win against Palomar. He had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists as he connects with the second.
17-point lead with 4 minutes to go.
And Mark, you mentioned earlier those runs Fullerton had against Palomar, an 11-0 run to end the first half, a 15-0 run to start the first half, and by the time there was 13 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the game, they were on a 27-6 run to end it effectively at that time. Third free throw is made, and it is 37-19. Here's Jameer Moore. He's strong out of Lawndale High School. Listed at 6'4", 205. They're going to need more of that underneath as the threes aren't falling for them. Smith and Pitts. Pitts is 3 of 4 from the land of Trey. This time a little bit closer, no, but there's Braden Smith. He's got 4 points. And Mark, you and Ryan talked to this Fullerton College team earlier in the season, and you talked to Braden Smith. And one of the things he said is their team chemistry came early. And there is a travel that's not called, but they're going to say Jamil Rich was too good with the step through, 39-23.
Yeah, well, you see team chemistry with this Fullerton team. I don't say nobody wants to be a star, Corey, but this is a sharing basketball team. Main goal, win another state title for Fullerton College.
Loose ball foul on Braden Smith, called by 7. That is the 4th team foul for the Hornets. So we've got more to inbound. Rich in the backcourt with him. Bowens at half court. Baba, number 11, and Williams, 32 for West LA in black and white. Both these uniforms looking good for both squads. Pitts up top on D. Hands off to Morris. There is, Coleman's not out there. Morris got the heavy lifting. Looking for some type of offense with 5 and 3 and 2 and 1. And no good just before the shot clock goes off. Cross court, give it go. Jakari Miles, you do. Yes, you are. And there's another timeout taken by West LA, 42-23 with 1:42 to play in the first half. This is Hornet basketball on Hornet Radio. Corey Nalen, Mark Pavlovich, Becky Wynn, James Spillin, and Tommy. I forgot Tommy's last name.
Well, Becky will tell it to you if you look over at her.
And so we're here at the Hornets Nest as the Hornets are all over West LA.
Did you get Tommy's name there?
As they bring out Miles, Aki, Trey Thompson, Donovan Pitts, and MJ Smith. Thomas Cribbs, excuse me.
Corey,
I guess I get a 0 for the CRT.
You do, yeah, you do.
Class.
Yeah. You get no points for the first half.
Because I wasn't even going to mention them. I wasn't going to mention none of y'all.
Oh, you know what? I can't say enough nice things about those 3 that Corey just mentioned. They came over here and set up everything for here. I was here, but I said, guys, we need to get it set up now. Ryan Osborne, Joseph Pavlenko, and you know what? There was no conversation. They set everything up so we were ready to rock and roll when Mr. Nalen walked in.
So,
Corey, again, what do you do if you're West LA? You can't buy a shot. You're double clutching when you go down there. You're allowing Fullerton to jump them defensively. Should it just be now, take 2 stops and pop?
No, you just got to hang. I mean, it is a 19-point deficit, but you've got a quality coach, one of the best around. You've got a team that's scrappy, and you've got a team that's been to a Final Four and down low, and that's the way you started. Baba's got 8. 42-25. You just got to keep grinding when you're down 17. MJ Smith. Too quick on the right. Good defense by the Wildcats. Better defense by Pitts. Up the floor, Jakari. Using muscle, blocked and gloved and stolen and taken and theft. And another theft by Thompson. Here's MJ Smith, kick out. Donovan Pitts in the lane. Maneuvers, jump stop. With the teardrop.
Well, I was talking about assist to turnover ratios, but with 4 turnovers on that side of the court just then.
30 seconds left to go in this fast-paced first half at the Hornets Nest. Williams. Pull up is short from 15 by Moore. And the shot clock is off with 18. And Hornets up by 19. Well played first half with 10. There's 7. Step back, Trey for Trey. 47-25, and that'll end the first half of play as the Hornets all over West LA in the 3C 2A men's basketball SoCal Regional on Hornet Radio. Woo, that's a quick first half. You know what we need to do? We need to stand down real quick, and we need to get to the FC Radio program because that's what we're doing right now. Launch your broadcasting career with Fullerton College's radio program. Get hands-on experience, Becky, Tommy, and James, with professional equipment, learn on-air skills, audio production, and digital media from industry experts. Mark, from behind the mic to behind the scenes, will prepare you for the radio industry. Enroll today.
You know what? You got a great face for radio. That's what's nice. You know, that's really nice.
My body and everything is built for radio.
45-25. Fullerton right now shooting 51% from the floor. West LA 30% from the floor. 50% from three-point country. Sitting there right now. And, of course, they're shooting 10 of 15, 67%. Hey, Caleb, remember when you talked about free throw differential? Well, baby, it's again today. 4 of 5 for West LA, 10 of 15 for Fullerton. I guess you had that prediction. 6 turnovers for West LA, 3 right there. Points off of turnovers, 10. Total rebounds, that's pretty close. But besides the rest, there's not much going on for West LA in this game. They need to find some sort of answer, Corey Nalen. And I saw the boys step down. I didn't know where they went. Are they coming up behind me?
Well, there's one. One bravely volunteered, Mark.
There you go. So we got to get, again, I can't say enough about the young men and women that helped us today. And James is always volunteering for everything. Thanks, James, for getting us on the air. I'm going to give you a personal thanks just for the simple reason I told everybody that if it wasn't for you, Becky, and Tommy, I'd have been sweating, panicking, and having heart palpitations. You look like Fullerton College in the first half, and Corey Nalen came walking in here like West LA. Just thought he was going to win when he showed up.
Fullerton came out hot. Mark. Yeah, they came out hot. They were. Especially Donovan Pitts comes out and hits those first 3-pointers right off the bat to get him off to a good start. And then you got the OEC MVP, of course, Yoda Oki, playing great in that first half. He had 14 points along with 3 assists and a rebound. But Pitts, those three 3-pointers early on in the first half really set the tone for the Hornets.
Well, you know what I told Corey, what I thought the difference was, is that West LA was playing back on their feet. Fullerton College was being the attacking offense. So you watch every basket that they go to there, James. They attack the basket. They're going forward. You watch West LA, they're falling backwards on jump shots. So it's much easier, as you know, in any sport, if you're going forward, to shoot a basketball, to throw a football, to throw a baseball, than it is off of that back foot. That's been the difference in this first half.
Right, and yeah, they've been aggressive all game. They've been on the heels. Fullerton's been on their toes, exactly like you said. Braden Smith only has 5 points, but he's been so aggressive on the boards as well. Like he's really been stuffing the stat sheet there, and being that clog in the key for the Hornets.
Yeah, and I got to ask you because, I mean, Caleb on the coach's show brought up the free throw differential in the last game. It's already happening in this game tonight. But that's coming from, again, aggression by the Hornets because they're getting, does it seem like they're getting every call, or you're up there on the camera, are all the calls to you just, hey, they pressured it right?
I don't think they're necessarily getting all the calls. I think all the calls have been right so far. It's been pretty obvious when the defense is on their heels the whole time. It's easy for the refs to make those calls as they're falling backwards, like you were just saying.
I want to thank Mike Martinez for bringing over the stats as well. And in that first half, he said Braden Smith had 5 points for the Hornets. He also had a block as well, making 2 blocks in that first half. Leading the way was Yoda Aki with 14 points. Donovan Pitts had 11 on 3 threes. Jaden Patterson had 4. Bishop Brooks had 1. Trey had 2 trays. And Jakari Miles had 4 points. Had 4 points for the Hornets. For the Wildcats, Chase Coleman and Titus Morris did not score for the Hornets. Michael Baba had 9 points to lead the way. By far, the Wildcats' leading performer on the offensive end. On the offensive end, he did very, very well. But again, they only shot 33% from the field, while Fullerton shot 53%, and that's experience that you see from Perry Webster. They always shoot well from the field. And that first half stats, we've got to move to the other games, and we'll start on the women's side. Don't believe there are any scores yet, so we'll go through the the schedule for the women. We'll start up north with Butte and Laney. That game started at 3 p.m., so that game is probably over.
The pigeon died, baby.
Yeah, the pigeon is gone. Somebody's cooking it. So we probably won't get that score until after this one, probably tomorrow. Sequoias and San Joaquin Delta, they start at 7 p.m. Santa Rosa at Fresno City, also at 7. And San Francisco at Folsom Lake, also a 7 o'clock start.
So while you're going through it, Corey, because Corey is the voice for women's basketball, I look at Cypress Moore Park. I think Coach B is going to come away with a victory in that game.
Oh, thanks for getting ahead of me.
Oh, I thought, well, I'm going down my list just like you. I didn't know you were doing all the ones with scores.
Man,
I thought you were just going, you know what? It shows you I'm faster than Corey.
Bad hip and all, huh, Mark?
And so now we get to Cypress and Moore Park. Why?
I think Coach B has an aggressive team. I haven't watched him play as much as you, but I just like the way she is as a coach. And I think she has progressively made this program better. She took it from a Hall of Fame coach, and I think Coach B is working her way towards one day being that Hall of Fame coach. Is that too general?
No, not too general. Well, not too general, but here's the thing, Mark. We talked to Coach before the season, and she was kind of on our level that everybody at their best, they're the best team. But Moore Park is due, and they're a team that's always there. We want to roll with Cypress. I think Moore Park might pull that one out. So Moore Park, Saddleback and Mount Sac. This is the test that we've seen, and we've called Saddleback this year, and we've seen Mount Sac play. That's going to be a tall order. I just can't go against Mount Sac.
I can't either. If they can't make their three-point shots, they're dead.
Yeah, we root for Saddleback. Cassidy Beach and Kalina Akinaka have to play well against Talia McPherson and company over at Mount Sac.
Well, you guys know anything is possible when you shoot as many threes as they do. If they're dropping, they could beat anybody.
So I'm going to go to you because you talked about the women's team here at Fullerton College. So, you're not going there yet? Corey Naylor putting the finger up, man. Always the finger.
LA Trade Tech, who beat OCC to get to their playoff games at Miracosta. And we've talked to a whole bunch of people that OCC lost that game, and they just shake their
they
head.
lost it. I heard they choked it away.
They lost that game, and LA Trade Tech came up with a big bowl for them. That's going to be a good game. And now
I'm going to Mr. James, because you need to tell me why Dan Desmond's team is going to make it 3 in a row and make it to the state final.
Well, I think the only chance, the best chance that they have is to be aggressive on the offensive side, drive the paint, get to the free throw line. They're the third best shooting free throw team in the state. If they can get to the line, they'll make their free throws and they have a good chance if they slow the game down that way. Haley Lakey and Aaron Choi have been the catalyst for this team all season long. Aaron Choi has really stepped it up since the tournament started with that 30-point outburst in the first round. They have a chance as long as they're aggressive on the offensive side and keep playing the good defense that they've been playing so far in this tournament.
I agree.
There we go. Well, Corey Naylor, just, you know what? That is a wonderful endorsement from a 145, former 145 student here on Hornet Radio. Make sure you check all the things out here on Hornet Radio. The music, the podcast, and everything else. Don't miss the Coaches Show. Your inside look at Hornet Athletics. Get exclusive interviews, game analysts, behind-the-scene access you won't find anywhere else here at Fullerton College. Available as a podcast on all platforms or catch it on YouTube. The Coaches Show, where sports insight meets entertainment.
Well, now that we went over the women's side of the tournament, now we'll speak on the men's. Playing right now at the same time as Fullerton is Citrus and Mount Sac. And Mount Sac has the lead in that game at the half, 37-36. They were up by about 9 with 3 or 4 minutes left, and Citrus made a run to make it a 1-point game to start the second half. I'm really interested to see how that game goes, Mark.
Yeah, and we saw Mount Sac play this year. Corey and I did. Citrus is an excellent basketball program. I know we don't talk a lot about them all the time, but realize all these programs on the 3C2A need to get a lot of love, which they don't get all the time.
Yeah, and we remember when Coach Brett Lauer was hired from Concordia
Yes.
to take over that program. I mean, they had just won a championship in 2010 with Citrus. He went over there a few years later to really re-uplift that program, and he's done an outstanding job at the helm. And he came in around the same time Perry Webster did at Fullerton and Anthony Jones at West LA.
Yes, he did. And you know what?
And wait. And speaking of West LA, real quick, we have to mention this. We're going to mention it again. Anthony Jones is the nephew of the legendary Alvin Hunter. San Bernardino Valley College tournament that you read about, the Al Hunter Classic. That is the man sitting right over there in the newsboy hat over there, in the newsy hat. Al Hunter is a legend in the Inland Empire and the state of California and beyond for basketball. So we want to give respect to somebody whose name I've heard my whole life in the basketball situations and basketball arenas is Al Hunter.
Can I get a little love to Coach Jones? Because, Corey, more than once I've shown up at Cypress or the other colleges that we've done. Coach Jones is sitting there because his game's going to come up. I walk by, he's nice. He always says, "Hey, young man, how's it doing?" He is the most fun to talk to about basketball. He gets into it. He doesn't care who you are. He will sit down and talk to you about the game. And it's not just because they're great coaches. You love to be around great teachers and educators, and this is one of the finest ones in California. What a heck of a man over there at West LA. And Coach Jones, thank you for all the conversations I've had with you and your assistant coaching staff, because I feel like I'm an alumni of West LA when I talk to them.
And so you got those men's scores. Is there any more, or the rest start at 7?
No, there's another game at the half. Modesto trails San Jose by 1 at the half. And San Diego City is up by 9 about halfway through the first half over Ventura.
And Mitch Charlins will always have his team ready. I mean, Perry Webster, they faced San Diego City their first time to win a state championship in 2016. Or was that 17? I really can't remember. I always forget. But they lost on the last second shot, I think, from the elbow on the left side. And that was their first time in the state title, led by Ian Fox and Julian Richardson. And Julian Richardson, they couldn't get it done. But again, Perry Webster has built something here as we're gonna start the second half. James, thank you very much for joining us.
Yep, thank you for having me, guys.
All right.
My man, thank you for him, Becky, and Tommy for doing what they did.
And don't forget, the FC Hall of Fame is coming up next month, April 17th. The Fullerton College Hall of Fame is coming up on April 17th at 6 p.m.
Should I be there?
Actually, you should, but that's a whole nother story. Tune in to Hornet Radio as we bring you the ceremony and some of the best interviews with inductees and those important to your Fullerton College athletic family.
Mr. Nalen, if you're West LA, how do you get, and don't give me cliche.
Oh, I'm going to give you cliche.
How do you try to slow this down so you feel like you're back in the game?
Oh, I'm going to give you cliche, one bucket at a time. Because there's no other answer. They seriously need one bucket at a time and one stop at a time.
Thank you, Russ Davis.
No, they've got to play their game. See, you like that one too?
Yeah.
All right, Fullerton starts with the ball. Starting the second half, 47-25. Double dribble, yes, sir. Jaden Panderson was hounded by Malachi Knight at half court, and that is how you start.
See? Little advice from Corey Nalen.
Micah Williams. Micah Williams. Chase Coleman with the ball. Malachi Knight, 24. Back to Williams. Titus Morris also on the floor. Williams too many dribbles, too much dribbling, gets caught and cut off by Yoda. And Michael Baba with 7. 5 to shoot. Forces up with 3 and falls, and they say it to 2 as he was on the line. And that's going to be Chase's first bucket of the game. 6'1", 170 pounds out of Philadelphia. Averages 16 points coming into this game. Pitts and Smith, Braden that is, with the ball, stolen by Knight. Good pickpocket, coming 1-on-2, all the way, and lays it in. Malachi Knight with 3, and it's now 47-29. And West LA has done what they needed to on their first couple possessions, Mark. Here's Brooks, along with Pitts, Aki, and Smith. Patterson rounds out the 5 to start. Last touch, loose ball. They call a foul, a reach in, or just out of bounds. No, they get Chase Coleman with the reach in. Again, officials for tonight's ball game: 7, Azizian. Inbound to Aki, right block, too easy. He's got 16. Steve Summers and Ross Charles on the call. 20-point lead. There's Coleman, no travel. 1-on-1 against Pitts. Knight raises from 3 and connects.
Whittling the tree down. We'll see if they can get it down before the end of the second half.
18 minutes of play. Just started the second half. Double team at the elbow. Aki, he says, I like the elbow a lot. Let me pull up from 8 and count. Let me get 18. They said he had 2 points in the first game, 20 and a 10 in the second game, and now he's got 18 thus far in the third. Chase Coleman counters with a kiss off the glass and a full timeout taken by Perry Webster. His assistant coaches, Marshall Johnson, Tom Gurrell, Devin Uglin, and Ryan Perry, are not happy with the start of the first 2 minutes and 18 seconds. You will be happy with Hornet Media. Discover Hornet Media, your hub for all things FC. From news and sports to entertainment and podcasts, our student-produced content keeps you connected to campus life. Find us online, on air, and in print. Hornet Media, where student creativity meets professional quality. And that is Hornet Media, Mark. And Thomas Cribbs, Becky Wynn, and James Spillin are a testament to that as they have gotten us on the air for this broadcast tonight.
Well, when you look at it, Corey said to West LA, one step at a time. They've picked up their shooting percentage. They're now at 41%. Still can't really do anything from three-point country, and that's the deficit here. And 4 out of 5 on the free throw line. If they could get a bunch more free throws, they could crawl their way back into this basketball game. But the thing is, they got to do the first thing that Perry Webster would always tell a team to do. You got to play defense.
So Fullerton on offense with the ball. As West LA trying to pick up the pressure just a little bit. Not full urgency mode, but they are in a zone, Mark. And Brooks tries to break him out. And he tries so well as it goes up and gets the shooter's touch. He's got 4. Knight, who hit the last 3 for the Wildcats, spins in the lane, double team, and he was pushed on the help by Smith. So the definition of matriculation into the lane, and he'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that Corey brought up that they talked about going into the zone in the second half. We talked about it in the first half because Fullerton was so scorching hot as that free throw is missed, Corey. And you can hear the frustration on the old guy over here. You know how that drives me nuts watching, especially a playoff game, because there is no tomorrow when you lose.
Well, you have to get the free throws again to creep back into the game, and he makes the second. But when you're down by as much as they are, 54-35, you have to make those free buckets. MJ Smith checks in for for Bishop Brooks. Down low, Smith against Baba. He's got the dribble, no hook, kick out. 13 to shoot, plenty of time on the clock in the corner. Back to Jaden. Aki, movement without the ball, then put it on the ground and has it taken away. Baba, second flush of the game. He's in double figures with 11. And again, the difference between the flush by Baba and Yoda put the ball on the ground, and Donovan Pitts, starting the second half the way he started the first half with connecting from 3, 57-37. Coleman tries to answer and back rim. Pushing, pace, MJ, nothing. Donovan thought about it straight away. He says, nah, let me get it to MJ underneath. And the presence of Michael Baba with the threat of a shot block makes them pass the ball into the knee of the player and turnover.
Yeah, and that's something we didn't see in the first half defensively from West LA. So the pressure and the help has now changed the attitude for the offense of Fullerton College.
15:49 to play in the second half. Reach in by Yoda, or do they get the hand in the cookie jar by Donovan? They do. So that's going to be the second team foul for the team up by 20. Baseline out of bounds. They'll have Knight trigger it. Coleman. Baseline back to Knight, working, double team. Strong move by the sophomore. That young man can play just a little bit, and there's a timeout on the floor with 15 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the ball game. This is Fullerton College Hornet basketball on Hornet Radio. And we're going to do this one a little bit early, Becky. FC Tech and Engineering. Build your future with Fullerton College's Technology and Engineering Division. Choose from 16 hands-on career programs with certificates to associate degrees. Train in state-of-the-art labs with expert instructors who can read, who'll give you the real-world skills employers want. Your high-tech career starts here.
See here, young man. See those little dashes? You stop right there. That's. Thank you for that state-of-the-art shutdown.
See? I took a class.
Oh, man.
Out of the timeout, Braden Smith says, let's keep the lead at 20. He's got 7. 20 is a nice round number. In the corner, Micah Williams. In and out, no, but there's Baba. Cannot get the chippy. Oh, that's another bucket you need if you're going to get back into it. Patterson out of the timeout. That was a 30-second timeout. In the corner, Jakari Miles. You know what, Becky? Let's see that prompt. Jakari Miles. Just a sec. As there's a loose ball on the foul, Baba rolls around and Jakari takes it and steals it, and here are the Hornets the other way. Donovan to Braden. Aki. So Jakari Miles hit that last three. And he's a player that's committed to Cal Baptist. He averages 12.5 points per game, but we were talking about his play as he was a starter last season. This season, he comes off the bench because that's the role he wanted to do. Inbound to Braden. And that's on me because that was an outstanding inbound play up top. 64-39. Malachi working on Yoda, forced it up, and Jakari with the rebound. Quickly, Donovan Pitts against Coleman, reverse. Mark, he put a little Earl Grey in that for some English breakfast. With the spin, 66-39 short. And the Hornets, to say they came laser focused, Mark, would be an understatement.
Yeah, they really did. They never once took West LA for granted, and once they got a hold of a lead, they understood giving it back could be deadly, and they didn't. And West LA just has not been able to gain momentum.
On the lob to Jay Stewart, that's a foul on Jaden. Jaden Patterson, good idea, but again, he just didn't have the hops to hang with Stewart. So Stewart will head to the line. Had a strong few minutes in the first half. Just couldn't keep it up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And they haven't been able to find a combination that can do anything for them on the floor tonight. And again, number one, number two, whatever you call Fullerton, it was a preseason prognostication by everybody who thinks they know about community college basketball. City College of San Francisco, Fullerton College, repeat. You know, and I got asked that today. Somebody asked me, how many times has there been repeat matchups in the championship game? Do you know?
Well, you go back to the 60s as he makes the free throw. You go back to the 60s when Riverside won 4 in a row with Jerry Tarkanian. You've seen San Francisco do it a couple times. Fullerton has not done it. They did it in the 3 years, I believe, and I have to go back and check. Let me look at the rafters. No, 54-61. And there's Miles one more time. Big body bucket. As he's going to try to convert the three-point opportunity.
And Corey, when you talked about big body, you couldn't have described that any better because physically he was not going to get denied. He got hooked on the right arm and still elevated to get off the ground to make that shot. And you look at this team right now, they're motivated as now you're healing. West LA talking to the referees, and at that stage of the game, you know you're in trouble if you are a fan.
Yeah, and Mark, we know that it's been done a few times with the all-time champions, and we'll go through that list since you brought it up. in just a moment. The next break we have, we'll go through the list.
Okay.
So 69-41, we sit at the Hornets Nest on Hornet Radio, the 3C 2A men's basketball SoCal Regionals. The chance to get to state. And Kari Shepard says, oh, my goodness. He said, I was playing good D, and then you bailed my man out, and now he's going to go for a three-point play.
It looked like a Spider-Man move, didn't it? Crawling up the face of a building, put out all four limbs, climb a little higher.
Chase Coleman. As a team, they shoot 71% from the free throw line. And some would say the ball don't lie. But again, that's just a good job to keep contact and body up. You like the call. Trey out to MJ. Yoda with the screen. No, they get Chase Coleman trying to get around it. Jakari and Kari on the floor for the team in blue trim and white jerseys and shorts. Hockey, pull up, shot it long. Malachi Knight the other way, too much of a force. Aki pulls up, 2-on-1. Smith pulls it up. Nice strip. On the up by Danis Cockrell. And it looked like it went off of MJ Smith. And I think that's what Anthony Jones is saying. He said, how is it their ball when it went off their player? And he gets a warning. 12:22 to play. Thompson, Yoda, three. Too easy. Too easy when you get buckets like that. 72-43. Bowens down low. Excuse me, that's Morris out muscles. No, that's Stewart who out muscles everybody for the bucket. That young man has a bright future, standing 6'7" out of Houston. He is a sophomore, as MJ Smith is on the floor, and there is a technical foul. And that's gonna go against Chase Coleman, who, Mark, he's really had it a lot to say in the second half.
Yeah, he has. He's been yapping at the referees the entire, not thinking they're getting their fair due, basically because he's going to say, hey, I watched Caleb on the coach's show, and they said, free throws, 12 of 17 for the Hornets, 7 of 10 now for West LA.
That's about right.
Okay.
I mean, Fullerton has been the more aggressive team. They've been the aggressor and assertive themselves from the jump. They've been, like you said, moving forward, getting to the back, getting to the bucket, trying to convert, then moving out as Stewart misses. And the score stays 74-45. Thompson on the roll is Smith. Kick out to Miles. Aki, same result? No, front rimmed it, but the loose ball chased down to Miles. So 20 fresh on the shot, and Miles loses out of bounds as he was double teamed by Bowens and Rich. Rich with possession. And we can't say enough about the outstanding defense that Fullerton continues to play with under Perry Webster, season in and out. Give and go, last touch, reach in. And they get MJ with the reach in foul. That's the 6th team foul. with 11:14 to play. 5 team fouls for the Wildcats. Stewart is the leading scorer in the game for the Wildcats, and Malachi Knight gets hit on the head on the inbound. And that's the 7th team foul, but he'll go to the line for 2 because he was fouled in the act. So
Yeah, and you talked about it. Baba's got 11, Knight's got 11, Stewart's got 10, Coleman with 6, and then Williams, Moore, and Rich all have 3, 2, and 2 for West LA. On Fullerton's side, well, Yoda's only Corey. They talked about the reason that Fullerton lost that game in there right now. Today he's got 21 points in this game. That's the reason many are going to say why Fullerton is winning.
Yeah, Fullerton shot 51% in that second game when they won here at the 39th annual Fullerton Classic. West LA was 10 of 27 from 3. That's not the same way they're shooting tonight. Miles had a good game that first time. He's bodied up by Bowens, and they whistle him for some harm, and that's the 6th team foul for the Wildcats. Miles had 13 points and 2 steals in the second game. In that first game, it was Malachi Knight with 22. Chase Coleman had 19. He hasn't done much today. Almost a turnover. 10 to shoot. Miles pull up on a float, no. Rich. Bowens. Good closeout by Jakari. And again, the closeout, the defense never out of position, the structure that they have, it's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, when you really watch them play, watch them move with their feet. They just don't stand there. They move their feet. They're constantly in motion defensively.
Jay Stewart again, 12 points for Mr. Stewart, and it's 74 to 51. West LA, and again, this all-time series had to go back a little bit. And it was late, so I may not have accurate, but Fullerton leads the all-time series 14 to 1. Shepard kicks it for Smith. 10 to shoot. And that one win for West LA coming this year. 2 seconds, 1, and there's a turnover, and here comes West LA. Wildcats on the run. Bowens has it stripped and taken away. And Fullerton College one more time. Miles needs a 3. Doesn't he though? 77 to 49 with 9:36 to play. We've got a timeout on the floor on Hornet Radio. And also, so let's take a moment to serve some justice as Fullerton is doing right now. Serve justice with Fullerton College's Administrative of Justice programs. Train for careers in law enforcement, security, court administration, and paralegal work. Our ABA-approved paralegal program and criminal justice courses give you the skills for a meaningful career in justice. Protect and serve. Start your training today.
Well, Corey, I'd like to say that I have an update from the women's side. Here's my update. No score, no score, no score, no score, no score, and no score because they all start at 7.
That's all right. You wanted to know repeat champions. So let's go
I
through
did.
the list.
I do, yes, because I got asked that today.
Long Beach, 58 and 59. Riverside, 64, 65, 66. So not 4 straight, just 3 straight. And I think that's going to be it for a while until we get to San Francisco. And we'll let this run just a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, Rancho Santiago College, meaning Santa Ana College, in 1990 and 91 was a repeat champion. We'll finish the list in just a moment. As out of the timeout, Jay Stewart forces his way through and gets a much-needed bucket. 77-51, 9:17 to go. Patterson with the rock. Shepard, Smith and Smith. Miles on the floor. Miles hit the last 3. Thought he should have taken it the first time. Misses on the hesitation. Stewart clears the boards. He's got 8. Rich clanks a 3. And there's been no flow for West LA at any juncture in this game tonight. Miles, free throw line, keeps the bounce alive in the key. Floated away and left it long. Jay Stewart running the lane, beats Braden Smith down the court. He's stuck out of the key. No 3-second call. Malachi Smith for Knight misses the tray. And just mark an off-night shooter.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Reach-in foul by Bowens. And Fullerton will be shooting from that charity stripe 13 feet 9 inches away for the rest of the night every time there's a foul by West LA.
Could be a long ending to this game.
It might be. So
Could be like maybe community college baseball.
No, nothing as long as that, Mark.
Oh, okay.
And then we move to other champions as we move and move and move. City College of San Francisco. I thought they went back to back, but I'm not sure they did. No. City College of San Francisco has not gone to back. It just seems like they've gone back to back because they keep getting back to the state.
Exactly.
Reach in foul on Shepard.
Foul call against Fullerton College, number 23, Kyrie Shepard, third personal.
And that'll send Jamil Rich to the line. He's got a bucket. Sunrise Christian Academy in Kansas. 3 bounces and a free throw, missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Yoda Aki has the board. A blow by, poked away. And here's Knight the other way. Smith went for the block, got the foul. Knight got the bucket. He's headed to the line.
And if you're a West LA fan, be proud of this team. Corey, they started getting run down. This is a team that has not given up against a very talented Fullerton College team. They're down by 24 right now, yet they're playing like they're sitting there at an even number right now. And it says a lot about the coaching staff. It says a lot about these student athletes. And it says a lot about the mentorship, the teaching, and the structure of West LA athletics.
Cross-court pass into the corner.
See that save I made? Save the camera. I almost thought I was going to have a player right in my lap. I was waiting for him to hit the table and thinking, there's my hip.
And our on-site producer, Becky, is
she's having a good one, isn't she?
hysterical with happiness right now.
Becky was waiting to watch Mark go head over tea kettle.
Here's Bowens working through. Bounce pass, little pocket, no. Help defense immaculate for Fullerton. Stewart, he's been the bright spot offensively for West LA tonight. He's got 16, and it is 77-56, 21-point lead. Here's Patterson. Patient on offense is what you need to do with this time is running out. There's 10 to shoot. Aki step back long with the 3, and there's a loose ball foul on the offensive side. No, they get Jace instead of Braden.
Wow.
Battle underneath.
Wow.
You like a no call in that situation?
I did not like the call, Corey. I would have put that on the offensive player. Becky, did you see how cool, calm, and collected I was? Never flinched, never worried. Just figured there was not enough will hole glue to put me back together.
I didn't want to have to catch a player.
Oh, I know, because I'd have flipped them over my head. I'd have been playing like basketball. Low bridge him.
Smith converts on the front end. Braden in double figures now with 12. Leading the way is Yoda Aki with 23. Donovan Pitts has 16, 11 in the first half. Trey has 8, and Bishop has 4. Those are the 5 on the floor. Give Mr. Smith 13 points and Fullerton a 23-point lead with 6:35. Morris, kick out, Knight. Hesitation cost him. He's got to maneuver in the key. Kicks it out to Bowens with 13. And there's a loose ball foul. Diving for it is Trey Thompson. This will send Keani Bowens to the line, who hasn't scored tonight. He averages 7.5 a game. There's, again, no offensive flow for the Wildcats.
Well, Corey, and if you watch that play, and if it was on replay and you watch that play again, you see him have an opening to a left. He goes into the traffic, and the traffic can stop him. That's like changing lanes because you know the right lane is closed. Why?
So misses the second free throw. And we sit at 79-57. And there's an offensive, and they call it a player control foul. Yoda's trying to do a little bit too much. 79-57. If you want to hear more of Yoda, you want to hear more from Perry Webster, check out. Never mind, that's not on the coach's show. My bad. 79-57, 5:55 to play. But check out the coach's show regardless for all your Fullerton College athletic news. Jay Stewart in the lane one more time. Gets fouled. 79-57, and you notice once Anthony Jones, or once the technical was fouled and he got that warning, the calls have really been going his way a little bit, and this is what they needed, but not sure it would have helped.
No, and if they were going to get that, Corey, they needed it early in the game, not now. And the other thing is, hey, if you get them, you got to make them. And they haven't been able to do that tonight consistently. And that's one of the things that, you know, you start wondering if it's just not our day.
Both free throws missed by Stewart. Strong game thus far for the young man. 16 points. It's got to be close to a double-double. We'll check in just a moment. Hockey, corner. Bishop didn't take the three to Trey. Pitts and MJ Smith, the 5. Bounce pass. Bishop, 2-point. Almost a checkmate on that bucket. Bishop took the pawn, and he's now going to the free throw line for 1.
Draw him to me while I'm coming down the lane. Then Corey breaks for the basket, and it's an easy up and under for Mr. Nalen.
Other scores around. Citrus open it up on Mount Sac now. Misses the free throw, 62-53. They're halfway through the second half in that one. Still at halftime up north between San Jose and Modesto, 35-34, the Jaguars. 81-57 the score here. Fullerton's going back to state mark with 5 minutes to play in this one. They should make the home at state. Them, San Francisco, Citrus is going back. They were there I'm sorry, not going back, but Citrus was there last year. They have a chance to go back this year. And they're going to be looking pretty. You know another way you can make people look pretty?
Cosmetology?
Yep, that's the Fullerton College Cosmetology program. Transform lives and launch your beauty career with FC's Cosmetology program. Complete your 1,600-hour training in just 1 year with our day program, or choose evenings over 2.5 years. With flexible schedules and comprehensive training, your beauty career starts here at Fullerton College.
So, Corey, who are you looking at for a double-double?
Yes. A double-double does sound good, but I'm not eating meat right now.
Well, wait a minute. You didn't eat any pizza?
No pizza.
Wow.
I'm saying. So that was Jay Stewart. He's got 16 points. He's got to be close for a double-double.
Jay Stewart does not have a double-double.
So Fullerton out of the timeouts. Only 4 rebounds credited.
Yeah, I know. That's what I looked at, and I thought, I know he's got more than 4 rebounds.
No, my unofficial stats are correct. He's got a double-double.
Okay, I'll believe you.
81-57, even though the stat guy across the way does a good job. Trey Thompson misses the wild layup and loose ball on the ground with 18 to shoot. Yoda Aki, the OEC Player of the Year, the MVP. He gets it. Donovan Pitts on the floor is where on the well is number 2. Pitts pulls up way short. As Pitts was the Defensive Player of the Year for Coach Perry Webster's Hornets squad. Morris cut off by Aki. Rich with the roll. No, tipped by Williams. He can't convert. Third chance is a charm for the Wildcats. It's 81-59 with 4 minutes to play. Fullerton's rolling. They're heading to Visalia and the College of the Sequoias. Down low and one, Bishop Brooks.
So they're going to move on just because we have not got some of the other scores there. We don't know, and they started later than we did, who they might be matching up to. You should be able to find that out tomorrow on the 3C 2A.
San Diego City up 5 over Ventura. Started the second half 33-28. Cerritos is all over Santiago Canyon 35-20. Bishop makes up for the last 3-point play opportunity he missed. Out he goes. In comes Jakari Miles. .344, Malachi Knight spins in the lane and left it just short. Last ball touched by number 1 in white. West LA has possession. Reverse missed by Mario Perry. Fullerton, no need to rush, no need to make wild passes, is in complete control from the tap. The Hornets Nest has been alive, and it's been an outstanding atmosphere for basketball. Blocking foul in the restricted area.
You know, the great turnout again tonight too, Corey. And they really do draw, especially in the playoffs. You get a lot of alumni that will come back, people that have gone here, and give it to the fans from West LA that also showed up tonight and traveled with their team. So thank you all for realizing what Corey Nalen will always tell you. Best dollar for your buck when it comes to sports, community college sports, be it basketball, men or women, softball or baseball, water polo, men or women, football, you name the sport, they have it here. And we usually will try and find it on Hornet Radio.
Yoda checks out of the ball game for Bishop. And MJ misses the free throw. And now we're playing out the final 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Malachi Knight corner 3. Doesn't fall. And here's Donovan in the front court. Last year, Fullerton Trey Thompson hesitates and misses from 2. Then strips Rich. Leaves it for Pitts. Signature. 86-59. And there was a foul on Jakari Miles that he committed, pulled back. And because the offensive player pushed off, and he didn't push off, but made contact, he gets the call. Good call by the offensive player. Mr. Rich try to give him 62 points, and he does not as he back rimmed it. Out goes Donovan. Donovan's a freshman from Long Beach, St. Anthony's High School. Did I mention he was Defensive Player of the Year?
No, you did not.
Okay, did I mention that Yoda was the MVP of the OEC?
You did.
Did I mention that Trey Thompson was second team, MJ Smith was second team all-conference?
I don't believe you did.
Jakari Miles, did I mention he was first team OEC and Braden Smith first team OEC?
Well, if you didn't, you should do it again.
And I did again. There we go. And honorable mention was Bishop Brooks and Kyrie Shepard.
Yes.
There we go. Outstanding run for Fullerton College. Perry Webster's the Fullerton College's all-time coaching wins leader. Has done a masterful job of coaching with only one loss this season as Jaden Patterson stays in the ball game along with Kyrie Shepard. Anthony Smith checks in for the Hornets. Taj Basong, also 6'9" freshman from Chatsworth. And Jonas Hansen from Cypress High School. He stands 6'5", 205. And they will end the final 2 minutes of this 3C 2A men's basketball SoCal Regional that we've been happy to bring you here tonight. Shepard pulls, spins, turns, pirouettes, rims out. Basong rebounds. Let's try it one more time. Jonas, no. Rebound, loose ball. Basong, yes, pushed out of the key. He gets fouled. He's headed to the line. Foul was committed by Lamaje Boyd. Boyd will round out the final 91 seconds for West LA along with E.J. Andrews, Danis Cockrell, Mario Perry, and Titus Morris, who got the start tonight. Taj, a crowd favorite, a team favorite, connects on the first free throw. A freshman, a young man, Mark, with potential.
Well, I think all these programs have young people that are going to progress the next level, be it Perry Webster coaching his team, Coach Jones coaching his team. And again, remember, these are not just coaches. These are educators. And you need to give them love as educators at your college.
And there is a foul. West LA will head to the line.
Foul called against Fullerton College is number 3, Jaden Patterson.
I want to also thank Ryan Osborne for
Packing our bags.
diagramming how to set up, making sure we're doing this. We want to thank Joe Pavlenko. Those two guys do wonders at Fullerton College in the technology and engineering department and the radio, journalism, broadcasting program. Let me put it this way. Fullerton College new multimedia.
Multimedia. That's who they are.
There we go. Wouldn't be here without them two. And the guy next to me, Mark Pavlovich, an outstanding job for Fullerton College athletics and across the board for Fullerton College in general. Whether it's art, whether it's almost a 3 being made by Basong, whether it's sitting down with provocative subjects, with intelligent people who know the best donut spots as well.
That's true.
There is a 3 from West LA to cut it to 87-67. We want to thank you for Thomas Cribbs up on one camera, for James Spillin on the other camera. We also want to thank Becky Wynn, who gets us up and running. Jonas for 3 and almost broke the backboard to get us up and running. We want to thank you for tuning in and joining us. Anthony Smith commits a foul at half court. Free throws coming to West LA with 27.7 for this, and Perry Webster puts his hands in his head because, you know, he didn't want that. We want to thank everybody here at Fullerton College, the fans as well, Scott Giles, Phil Thurman, making sure we can broadcast from here and giving us the okay. And thank Perry Webster for acknowledging us and saying, hey, you can stay in my gym.
That's it, yeah. Perry didn't ask us to leave.
Second free throw is also made by E.J. Andrews. Fullerton does not have to shoot and should not shoot. There's not even a second differential between the game and the shots. So 87-68 will be your final score as Fullerton heads to the 3C 2A men's basketball state tournament one more time as your final here at the Hornets Nest. Fullerton 87, West LA 68. For the crew, for Mark Pavlovich, for Seven, who just officiated his last game for this season, I am Corey Nalen. You've been watching Fullerton College basketball on Hornet Radio.